What I do know is that if we do not act soon, it is our children and our grandchildren who will pay the price. It's time for a GenX update. They confirmed him? The brainworm guy. The guy that thinks black people need a different vaccine schedule because they have different immune systems? That guy? Please be whiskey, please be whiskey, please. The whale guy? The baby bear guy. You are lucky you're coffee. Okay, and then I love you for who you are. Kristi Noem is cosplaying as Western Barbie and dodging questions about whether or not families and children will be held at Guantanamo Bay. And if you press her back, she winks.
Western Barbie comes with an autographed stamp that works.
Neat!
When you press her back, she winks.
'Cause you sure couldn't press her to answer the fucking question. We're cooked. Scott Turner, Housing and Urban Development Secretary, has rolled back an Obama-era protection for trans individuals seeking shelter. Turner has issued a directive to stop the implementation of the Equal Access Rule. This Obama-era rule ensured that shelters that receive federal funding also accepted trans individuals. Turner has said that HUD would only offer services to Americans based on their sex at birth. Turner, seen here next to the wood that he gets from harming marginalized groups, has said that rolling back the Obama-era protection for transgender individuals protects women. Fun. Because according to a study cited by Housing Matters, pregnancy can increase a person's risk of homelessness. And I don't see that barrier being addressed to protect women, nor the overwhelming evidence of abortion and birth complications in unhoused and unsheltered people. Also, homelessness and housing instability are reported at higher rates among transgender and non-binary youth, including 38% of transgender girls and women, 39% of transgender boys and men, and 35% of non-binary youth, compared to 23% of cisgender LGBTQ youth. Also, Captain Empathy over here noted that the main reason many women are unhoused is due to domestic violence. So what a perfect time to remove any mention of funding from the DOJ's Office of Violence Against Women, the OVW. We are cooked like meth in the desert. A group of 17 states have joined the lawsuit Texas versus Becerra, a lawsuit against the U.S. government. Hooray! To get rid of Section 504. Fucking boo. Section 504 says that groups who receive federal funds cannot discriminate against individuals with disabilities. Programs like schools, medical facilities, and how they communicate to disabled people. Sign language, closed fucking captioning, cancer screening machines that accommodate wheelchairs. Millions of students depend on Section 504 while in schools, which of course the Department of Education is also being dismantled. Plus all disabled American adults, a group that is rising in numbers due to COVID and long COVID. Also with OSHA being out the window now, that number will also increase due to workplace accidents. We are cooked like a trad wife's breakfast cereal. Unnecessarily, entirely for clout and clicks, and it was entirely avoidable with common fucking sense. If you're in one of the 17 states whose leaders would like very much not to take care of people, call your attorney general and tell them to drop it. Call a lot. Pretend you're a telemarketer. Pretend your CVS and your prescription is ready. Don't let something trivial and silly like calling yesterday get in your way. Kanye West has gone from yee to yee. And that is all the attention I'm going to give that very, very unwell man. As you might have noticed from all of the lists of things in this update, there's a lot happening. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. When there's this much shit going on, we have to go on to the rage desk.
Oh, there's a bunch of other shit. Shit tsunami, a shit NATO, a shit quick. He wants to make international bribery legal. Look, motherfucker, we know you've been doing this entire time. It's kind of your whole thing. Plus, SCOTUS gave you immunity. Why do you even need to bother? Meanwhile, Vance and Johnson, which is kind of like Johnson & Johnson, but they want more cancer, think that the branches of government should be rebalanced. They're trying to dismantle the Consumer Federal Protections Bureau. The CFPB, the thing that was established after the 2008 crash to keep us from getting scammed and drowning in fees that are arbitrarily charged by people with more money. White people are showing off their 6th grade education by hating on the subversive artistic brilliance that was the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. If you didn't get it, Google's free for now. But Google Maps went ahead and made the Gulf of America a thing. Apple Maps is going to follow suit if they haven't already. But God forbid we refer to a transgender person by their name and pronouns. Right, can't do that. But a whole body of water, sure, okay. The Associated Press has been banned from White House briefings because they refuse to call it the Gulf of America.
And the White House press secretary said that's equal to spreading lies.
A Republican lawmaker who goes by the name of Buddy and expects to be taken fucking seriously wants to take Greenland and rename it Red, White, and Blue Land. I can't make this up. What's US and Danish citizens have been kind enough to start a petition to buy California, giving us health care, rule of law, truthful politics, and unlimited pastries. Apparently the Duolingo owl is dead. Muskie says he's being totally transparent about everything that he's doing with his fingers in everybody's pies because he's posting about it. But shows up to a fucking press briefing, cuckolding the shit out of the actual president while his child climbs all over him. And if a woman or a person of color did any of that, not in the White House, but just at their job, they'd be roasted like a pig. We don't just have tariffs, now we have counter tariffs. Okay. I did not come here to make you panic. All of this is on purpose. The fucking Pope thinks this administration is out of their minds. I now agree with the Pope. The insanity is intentional. The cruelty is intentional. The confusion is intentional to throw us off balance and make us want to give the fuck up. We're not doing that. We are organizing. We are finding mutual aid organizations in our area. We're going to go to the link that I put in my bio with resources nationwide for you to begin your search. We're going to download 5calls.org and or ResistBot, and we're going to contact our reps every fucking day until they scream. Because they're not coming to save us. You know that, right? The people who voted for this will not suddenly come to their senses and go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. We have to prepare for that to not happen. And if and when it does, we kind of have to prepare to be like, hey, here's some food from the love fridge, you idiot. And by the way, any of this reaching across the aisle shit that I'm talking about is 1, insanely difficult, 2, unlikely right now while they're still in the thick of their denial, and 3, not a job for people of color. You hear me? This is a white person mess to fix. I went over to YouTube and I got people all up in my comments telling me that there's no way I can be a Gen Xer and that I give the rest of Gen X a bad name. We're used to this, right? We're gonna pick up some reading materials. We're gonna check in on our friends and loved ones. And we're gonna put all this rage into boots on the ground, okay? Yeah, okay. We're also gonna keep smoking a whole bunch of weed. That's all for tonight. Remember, we're Gen X, and if you loved hose water and lead paint, you're gonna love the future.
Oh, hello. Here's a quick addendum because I forgot to say it earlier. 1, I want you to go to all of the credit unions, TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. And I want you to put your credit in a freeze. It's a credit freeze. You can thaw it at any time if you need to apply for credit for something, but this prevents anyone else from doing it in your name. And I also want you to go to your bank website, if that's possible, and I want you to take screenshots of all of their terms, conditions, and rates. That also goes for your credit card companies. I want you to take note of all the fees that they currently charge you, and I want you to keep a record. Also, I want you to go to the Social Security Administration website and look for your current Social Security benefits and screenshot or save the PDF of all of them. This way, you can keep tabs on your own money. Will it stop them? Potentially not, but you'll know exactly what they're doing.
If you've made it this far, you absolutely deserve a good boy report. And he is still a very good boy. Even though he really needs an obscene amount of belly rubs, we are more than willing to give them up. What a good boy.